What's up YouTube, Roger here with a guide for the new quest. You start the new quest just south of Eagle's Peak and west of the Tree Gnome Stronghold, as you can see here. Alright guys, so I didn't record the first couple puzzles because I didn't think it was necessary, because they're pretty straightforward, so thanks to RuneScape Wiki for the images. Also, the rest of the puzzles are recorded and the link to RuneScape Wiki is below. The next puzzle is you've got to choose which character it is to take the sacrifice, so just choose the one that I have on screen and you should be fine, and then just light the fire at the end of it and that'll allow you to go through to the next room. Alright, in this room what you've got to do is simply just light the fires in the pattern. If you read the book you will see a pattern that you've got to do. Obviously you don't really have to because it's the same for everybody, so if you just watch on the screen now then you can do exactly the same as what I'm doing. I've speeded the clip up a little bit so I can fit all the puzzles into this video within a reasonable time scale, so you don't have to spend 20 odd minutes watching this video. You can use the mix to change the colour of the fires, so just click on the mix and it'll change the colour of your fire, but you've got to change it back if you want to use a different coloured fire. So I suggest doing all the yellow ones first as they're in the middle, and then do the red ones on the outside afterwards. It's pretty straightforward, but that's the third puzzle. On this one you've got to simply just jump across all the obstacles as you come in the room, light the fire at the far east side of the room first, and then press the switch. You might want some food and maybe a unicorn if you've got one, and then light the pull a switch at the west side of the room, and it's just pretty much sort of run around the room. If you want you can just watch the way I'm doing it and just pull all the switches and light all the fires. It's as easy as that really. There's nothing complicated involved. It's just sort of press all the switches that you can. Each time you press a new switch and light a fire, it will each time you light a fire it will light up the room so that you don't take damage, and each time you press a switch it will open up a new path for you so that you can press a new switch. It's pretty straightforward, but as you can see that's just what I'm doing, jumping over the obstacles. You will take damage, so I would bring food with you, possibly a unicorn if you've got one. If not, then just bring a full invent of rocktails and you should be fine. You can restock at any time, so there's no worries. I think this puzzle resets itself though if you tally out, so you've got to do this puzzle all in one go, and then as soon as you've finished you can teleport out before starting the next puzzle. As you can see, you can run pretty much through the fire as well. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but you can run through the flames and you don't take much damage, so it seems, so there's no big deal there. Then again it might just be a glitch, I'm not sure, but if it is then yeah, you might want to bring a few more food, and that's the end of the puzzle. In the next room you've got to do another sort of character choosing. Again, just choose the one that I've chosen on screen, pause the video if you need to, and tie him to the pole, and you'll get another message from Char, and you'll get invited into the next room after you light this fire here, which will light the room and hopefully nobody else will die. This is the next puzzle here. It's, as you can see if you read the book, it's sort of like a cross. It sort of looks like a checkers table. Not a checkers, sort of noughts and crosses, sorry. It's pretty straightforward. As I said, I would do the yellow ones first maybe, but yeah, I think regardless you're going to have to switch colours a couple of times during this, so you don't end up running from the opposite side to the other end of the room to save time, and then that's all you need to do. This puzzle here is slightly more complicated. I've speeded it up quite a bit as it is quite a long one. I would recommend that you stick to the corners and take a few food in here, because these orbs that float around do and will do damage. As you can see I'm taking damage quite rapidly when the flames are hitting me, but you use the oil streaks to block the orbs from hitting you. Pretty much, it's pretty straightforward. It looks complicated, but it's not. Just block yourself out of the way of them, and there's random ones that appear that block you in and block them out. So you've just sort of got to deal with that and keep as many of them out as possible. If you do start taking damage, just eat. There's nothing much else to it. It's pretty basic. Yeah, I think this one takes about 5 minutes or so, 4 or 5 minutes to complete. But just try your best to stay away from all of the orbs in the room, and don't go within their paths either, because you will take damage. It's like sort of rapid damage kind of thing. A unicorn and rocktails is again good for this one. If you haven't got a unicorn, then a titan or another sort of someone familiar would be good. But it's completely up to you. If you haven't got that, then just rocktails should do the job. As you can see, I'm almost done. The commentary might not be exactly in line with this video because I'm not recording it as I'm doing the video. And then the next puzzle, you've got to choose another character. It's Twig again. And Char will invite you to the next room. This puzzle here is one that you've got to make an arrowhead type shape. So it's pretty simple, but it took me a couple of tries to do this one because I was missing out on a couple, and I don't know why the screen just went black there. I think there was something wrong with the recording. I will put a picture of the finished one in its place because I'm not sure why exactly that happened. It must have just been a bug with the screen recorder. This one, again, you have to choose another character for sacrifice. Not sacrifice. Which one is possessed? It's pretty straightforward again. And then the last puzzle, well, the last sort of thing in the quest is you've got to fight the boss Char. She is quite difficult. What I would recommend is just bringing range armour. You are pretty safe. If you die, then you'll get a grave outside, so there's no big deal. Don't bother bringing insanely powerful weapons because it doesn't make any difference. What you want to do here is get a weapon that hits quickly, because you do set damage judging by how many fires you light. So the more fires you light, just pretty much spam light them anywhere. That's what I did, as you can see. And I used darts as well, and I used Pernix for the life points boost, so she didn't kill me. As you can see, she does rage attacks, which do hit quite high. I'm not sure what exactly triggers them. If I do find out at a later date, I'll post them in the description for you. So if you're watching this vid, a couple of weeks after the quest comes out or whatever, check the description. It might be there. It depends on whether or not I figured it out or not. But use darts. Pretty much, I don't think there's anything that you can really protect from. So just soul split if you've got soul split. If that, then nothing. You don't really need restores because the damage is set based on how many fires you've got, not on your stats. So you don't need overloads or stat boosters either. Occasionally she'll do these firewalls that you've got to dodge, so try best to dodge those because those will do pretty high damage as well. And pretty much just throw darts at her. Watch out for a rage attack. Sorry. And yeah, these orb things that it's telling you for the boosts, I didn't use any of them, but you can if you want. It's up to you. I didn't really notice any difference in whatever from when my friends had used them. As you can see, I just got hit there. My friends said that they try to use them and they didn't notice much of a difference, so it might just be worth hitting her, because as you can see, I didn't use any of them and I did just fine. It's not a particularly hard boss if you use your tactics right. Just make sure you light as many fires as possible, and that's all that's to it really. Pretty much just talk to Char in the cutscene at the end. I don't know why the cutscene was glitching, but there we go. That's pretty much quest complete. You can go back to the training arena afterwards for the pets and for the training arena D&D once a week, and you can get a couple new pets, and yeah, that's pretty much it, and access to a new circus. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.